Ponies need to start worrying about the cost of fuel and other needs than what platform people play, because sooner or later that $7 a gallon will come true, and they will still fight over what platform people playing and not worry about how much gas they have to pay, because they always think that always had to be about them, but it's not true. This goes to other fandom in the council board, because it's time to start worrying about the cost of fuel and other needs, because shifting to the other platform does not pay for gas and food. That is the truth. And also, ponies think Xbox gamers are delusional just because they exercise their First Amendment rights. And that's why they don't know what the First Amendment is. Even people at Sony doesn't know what a First Amendment right is, because they think everyone has to be with them. Yep, that's the truth. Everyone in Sony doesn't know what a First Amendment right is. Even Mike Sony doesn't know what First Amendment right is. Yep, that's the fact. They do not know what the First Amendment right is, because they do not know what it is. Also, everyone in Sony doesn't know how the cost of fuel and stuff is going too high. Because they're rich. Because they don't give a fuck. Because they don't give a fuck because they can pay for it. And any smart people would just not take that cost of fuel. And if Sony thinks Xbox are delusional just because they like Xbox, so is to people who play Sony stuff. They're delusional. If we want to go that case, if we were talking about Xbox gamers being delusional. And that's why they don't know what First Amendment right is. And one of these days, their right will be violated if they don't protect Xbox gamers' First Amendment rights. Being like an Xbox does not make you delusional. What makes you delusional? You think you're the only one who should have rights to choose what platform you want to play. That's the fact. And they do not know what the First Amendment right. Anyone in the Sony community doesn't know what a First Amendment right is, because they think the First Amendment right is just a suggestion, not a real law. If they become president of the United States, they would force everyone to buy PlayStation, or that they put a prison life and put to death, because they want everyone to play PlayStation. Yep. That's what they want. Stay safe and stay out of trouble.